Joining me now, House Speaker Mike Johnson. Mr. Speaker, you sent a letter today to your colleagues, and you wrote that Congress has to begin delivering for the people on day one, and that you already have a priority list of key conservative policies that you can achieve with your Senate Republican colleagues. What's the top of that list, sir?
Well, we'll be basing it on what is top of mind for the American people. I've been traveling the country nonstop over the last year. We did over 360 campaign events in 40 different states. I traveled so much in the last year I could circle the globe 5.5 times. That's what the team tabulated. But what I heard out there, Laura, was the same thing. The same thing. It didn't matter where we are in the country, north, south, east, west, same thing. Everybody fed up about the cost of living, the rising crime rates, the wide open border, and the weakness on the world stage. And we have plans to fix all of that beginning on day one. We have to deliver for the people, and we will. President Trump wants to be aggressive. He wants to go big, and we're excited about that. We're going to get to play offense because I'm absolutely convinced we're going to have the White House, the Senate, and the House. I think we will deliver that majority. We're going to be ready to play ball on day one.
Now, is it true, Mr. Speaker, that Pelosi did not even congratulate or acknowledge President Trump on the victory? Apparently there was a statement saying House Democrats are united behind Hakeem Jeffries as we vow to continue putting people over politics, et cetera, working families, liberty, and justice for all. I was wondering if she was going to take the final vote tally and go do that thing. Remember what I just ripped up my notes.
How can we forget?
Anyway. Yeah, exactly. So that's just classless. I'm sorry, but come on.
We don't pay much attention to what Nancy Pelosi says anymore. She's not in power, and she won't be for a long time now. I think we've got a mandate from the American people. I was delighted to be with President Trump and the whole team in Palm Beach last night. It was such a great celebration into the wee hours of the morning. People are excited. We're exhausted from the campaign, but we are exhilarated about the days ahead. The majority of the people in this country want to restore common sense. They want secure borders. They want a robust energy policy. They want a free market that thrives and creates more jobs and better economic opportunity for more people.
Speaker,
we can deliver all that. We know how to do it.
But the President-elect Trump, that's the first time I've said that, I realize. President-elect Trump can do a lot just by executive order, but I do understand from my sources that they want laws passed. They don't want an executive order that can just be thrown away, in 4 years or 8 years. They want permanent change. Can't ask for asylum inside the country. Can't play the game where you come here and say, oh, I'm oppressed, and you get to stay. He's even talked about the birthright citizenship issue, which obviously is more problematic because of the Constitution. That would require more thinking and study. But he doesn't want to just do the executive orders. Is that what your understanding is as well?
Yes, and our agenda is to enact this into law. We need real comprehensive immigration reform. We've needed it for a long time.
That sounds like
an aggressive
amnesty.
Commander-in-chief.
That sounds like amnesty. Every time I've heard a Republican say that, it's like earned path to citizenship. Then we have 20 million, people who, get their citizenship overnight. Every time I hear that, it drives me crazy.
Laura,
but you can explain.
No, we're talking about. No, we want to do the opposite of amnesty. If you do an amnesty program, you invite more people to violate the law. That's exactly the opposite of what we need to do. We got to begin on day one with securing the border. President Trump will issue an executive order. He has that authority under existing statutory law. But we've got to come right behind him with a robust legislative agenda. We have got to do this for the American people. Secure the border and then turn to the catastrophe that's been created by the border being opened. It is complex, as you know. It is comprehensive.
Deportation.
And we're going to be dealing with it for decades, but we're ready to go.
Does that include deportation? Because
absolutely.
He won on that issue. That was a big part of this mandate. People have to leave, and they can if they leave, they can reapply maybe later on.
Yes, every House Republican ran on that issue all around the country. It's so important because we know we have dangerous criminals, for example. We got probably 4.5 million of those.
No, it's a nightmare.
Who we can go to immediately and send them back where they came from. We're going to do all that.
Yes or no? Are you going to grow your majority, which is already razor thin? We were hoping for more seats in New York and California, but are you going to grow that majority?
We feel really good tonight about where we sit with those California seats. We're still waiting. They've got to cure ballots and finish all their process. But look, I think we are going to grow the majority. We're going to have enough numbers to run the agenda through the House and the Senate. And President Trump is going to be a transformational president. I think we're entering the most consequential era in a positive way that we've had probably in the modern era. It better
be.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of. We're going to be watching you every step of the way. You'd expect nothing less from the Ingraham Angle, Mr. Speaker.
Well,
all right.
That's right. We'll come back often.
All right, great to have you on. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.